This is my follow-up video on how to drill aquariums and glass for use of placing a bulkhead. So today we're gonna place the bulkhead. My bulkheads come from Gemco. I find that was by far the cheapest place, and they're great quality. I think they're probably the same, coming from the same manufacturer as most of the other places you'll see online. They have different types. I'll show you the type that I have selected, and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you how I install them. So I got to bring you down here right to the aquarium where I'm going to install it. Now we have three pieces. We have the strainer end. Now there is some decent sized holes. Likelihood of getting a fry other than maybe a day old fry through that is slim. Then you have the main bulkhead piece that actually screws into the terrarium, and that consists of three pieces: the main entry area of the bulkhead, this bulkhead nut, if you will, and then your seal. So in order to do this operation here and get this thing assembled, you have to take the nut off, as I'm doing here, of the bulkhead. Now these bulkheads and everything that I've seen and everything that I've done from my experience, your seal actually goes on the outside of the tank, not the inside of the tank. So you want to take the main bulkhead piece, go from the underside, push it through the hole, put your seal on, this is the outside, then start screwing down your nut. And I bring that down quite a ways, all the way. You'll start feeling it tighten up. When I get it down, it's pretty hard in there as I can get my hand as possible. But it's not going to be enough. But this is where you got to be a little careful. You got to know how much you're doing. But you want to use a crescent wrench to finish this off. And when you're doing it, you're just looking to barely start compressing, and you'll see that the washer or the sealant, rubber washer is what it is, excuse me. You'll see it just starting to push out a little bit, and that's enough. You don't want to over tighten, because then you can risk a crack in your glass. So it's just, you get a feel, watch it, you'll see your washer start pushing out. Now that's probably maybe a quarter to a half a turn, and that's all I'm doing to finish it off. Now your next section is the inner part of the bulkhead. This one, mine, I picked a 90-degree in threaded elbow on the inside. This is threaded with the strainer, and I push my strainer on in advance because it can be quite hard to get on. And then this just screws in, and then this side we do not need Teflon tape. And the reason being is because the only area where water is going to be able to escape is on this exterior side. And the exterior side piece, which we'll put on here in a minute, that's set up here, you can actually do like a push tubing on if you would wish. But you can also, I set mine now, I find the best way is to let this fall down right into a PVC pipe, open air, and let it drain that way. But anyways, this one does not have to be Teflon taped. And the reason why I like this is because you can control your water level with this type. You're not limited to where you have drilled your hole with these. I can turn this to anywhere I want and get a good inch or so of play on where I want my water level. So all it is I put it on my backside here and I just screw it in. And you bring it right up to the end of its threads. A little hard to see when I'm doing it this way. But there I am. Now, the last one does. This is the exterior piece to the bulkhead. And this one does require the Teflon tape. Now I put my first layer on of Teflon tape and I'm holding that with my finger until I get it around. And you want this pretty tight if you can. Not so much that you're pulling it but enough where it's not going to easily slip. Like it was there for me for a minute, and it takes some doing. I'm still not even the best at this, and I've done maybe 150 aquariums or terrariums, maybe a little more now. So it takes a second to get a knack for doing Teflon tank. But this is just to add a seal and not let it leak, kind of clog up any voids that are left in them threads once you tighten it. So I just lightly push it down and in, and then I'm on. And then you just take this, and I have a threaded exterior part of my bulkhead as well. That's what I went, instead of slip, you can buy it slip if you want, but then you're going to end up gluing, you're going to have to hard glue these in, and you're not going to have the flexibility to pull them in and out as much. And you better be right spot on with where you place your PVC, or else you're not going to be, you're going to have to cut it and move it. For this way I can adjust it a little bit if I'm a little off with where I put my fittings, PVC fittings, where it's going to slide into. And there it is. It's a fully assembled bulkhead ready to go on the rack into the drain. I will leave the link for when I drilled these aquariums to the bottom in this description, so you can go ahead and watch this. You can check me out on Facebook, Quality Guppies at yahoo.com is my email if you want to get a hold of me. I have Quality Guppies Facebook page and a Quality Guppies YouTube page. So you like me, share me. I greatly appreciate it on there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Happy fish keeping.